What's up, everybody? I'm playing my new deck, and I just wanted to show you guys. I probably should have been recording ages ago, but it's Sunday night, Monday morning, April 27th, and Strixhaven came out, I guess Wednesday? It's like Tuesday or Wednesday it came out on Arena. I came home from work, because I work in the middle of the night. I came home from work at like 4 in the morning, Wednesday morning, loaded up Arena, and it was like, oh, Strixhaven's available, let's go. So I've been waiting to build resonating loot decks, and probably mathematics and stuff like that, right? So I put together a deck like right away. Um, I'm like Platinum 4, like the very bottom of Platinum. I haven't, I don't really grind, right? I just play. I come home, I do my quests, and I try and build up enough gold to play some drafts. And if I don't do well on drafts, I just keep doing quests in between, and don't, like I said, don't play a lot. Maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. If I have a good day, maybe 3 hours. I'm like sort of enjoying myself. Anyway, come home, build the deck on Wednesday morning. This is not what the deck looked like on Wednesday morning. It's got like a lot of the same cards, but uh, had some ideas. Improvisation Capstone was the first plan. I was like running the tablet. I was running like Page. Like I was trying to like ramp into the loot. But it was always Prismari. It was always Izzet. It was always blue red. So, and I'm trying to like avoid watching other content creators. Like I'm trying to avoid looking up loot decks and see, because I had this idea in my head when I saw loot spoiled and I saw the other cards spoiled, like how I was gonna like start building this. Anyway, I start playing. We're doing all right. These Prismari cards are fucking powerful. Prismari Charm's amazing. Traumatic Critique's pretty damn good. Splatter Technique, you guys are gonna laugh. There's 4 of these in this deck, and right now I don't feel like changing it at all. Like, this is a good number of Splatter Techniques. Um, so anyway, yeah, Wednesday morning, play for a few hours, get to like, Platinum 1 or something like that. I don't know. This deck was like cruising. Like, even like the not so good versions of it, it had like I built it very heavily interactive on the bottom side, so you could like take out creatures a lot and stuff like that. I mean, Prismari Charm does a lot of that work. I was playing like 4 Vibrant Outbursts, no negates. Negate is the most recent addition in the last like sort of 6 or 7 games I played. I added this in that long ago, and I've been needing it. But at first, or especially early down the ladder, there's like a lot of weird decks, a lot of creature decks. So I was just focused on like removal, trying to get the loot, trying to play into mathematics, right? And what's been happening is I've mostly been crushing, except for like against like some very aggressive decks that I haven't been able to keep up with, and some weird control decks, some Kona decks that just got me with the whole tap Kona fucking omniscience GG type thing, and a couple like dragon decks. I don't know. I'm not super up on the meta. Things I'm expecting, I'm not seeing. I'm playing against like Izzet lessons, and it's just not doing anything. And I'm like, what am I waiting for here? Like, what am I missing? This deck's not doing anything against me. Excruciator, I played against Excruciator, it just doesn't do anything. I'm just sitting there waiting, like, interacting like a little bit at a time. It doesn't do anything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? So anyway, I'm moving up and up and up, and I'm making little tweaks here and here. So that's come home Thursday morning, play also, a few hours, and just moving up, making a couple tweaks here and there. Friday morning, also a few games, moved up a bit more. Finally cracked Diamond, I think Friday morning. Came home Saturday from work. I don't think Saturday was super long, right? I think I was home around 5 a.m. Got a few more hours in, got up to like Diamond 2, and then I was getting pretty tired, and I went on like a losing streak and went down to like Diamond 3. Like, I lost like 3 or 4 games in a row. And I was like, okay, I'm tired. I'm not making good plays. I'm not like able to focus on like what my opponents are doing. So, bed. And then I go to work last night, and it's like my Friday night. I'm expecting to get out early. Just want to show you guys something. Check this out. This is the first time I've made Mythic since I think Timeless came out, and I built a deck with like Snapcaster, Bolt, Mana Drain, Counterspell, stuff like that. And I really, like I said, I don't grind a lot. So thank you guys for joining me to watch me kind of play a not game to hit Mythic. But I was like, I really should like at least record this game if I make it here. If I don't, it's fine. I can record a few games for the channel. But there you go. They kind of quit me. Anyway, I have not been Mythic since I guess basically the last Strixhaven came out. Maybe it's been a few years. Uh, and before that, I think I made Mythic once with like Phoenix in Historic or something. I think when I don't know. I've only made Mythic twice. I've been playing Arena since beta. Like I said, I don't really grind it, but like, if I have a deck that I'm enjoying or like a new format comes out and there's like a lot of cards available, sometimes I brew something. Always is it, always is it, Prismari, whatever you want to call it. And so here we go. This is the third time playing on Arena that I've made Mythic, and it only took like a few hours a day for like 4 days, 4 or 5 days to like go from bottom of platinum to mythic. So right now I'm not going to grind a bunch. I'm going to show you guys another game. I'm going to show you guys the deck real quick, so you can see what I've been playing with and what to do. And then I have in the last couple of days been looking up loot decks because, like I said, this is like super interesting. Like I also expected a lot more mirrors while I was working my way up the ladder. And when I say mirrors, I mean like actual is it loot decks, and there's just none, right? Like there are some four color and some that are playing like the Jeskai Revelation or whatever that card is. So yeah. But when I saw the card spoiled, I was like in my head, like this is a Prismari deck, and sure, there's a lot of like powerful white stuff and good black removal and things. But like, and the loot, sure, it makes your mana all the colors. Um, but even like I expected to see like kind of thing. Teamer loot, like a lot more like Quandrixy stuff and like ramp, right? I've only seen a few loot decks that I've come up against, and this is best of one. And I did say to myself, well, if I get to Mythic, I'm going to. Oh shit! I need to show you guys the deck. If I get to Mythic, I'm going to like add a sideboard, update the deck for like best of three, so like you have a fully structured deck, so you can play live Magic and like just ranked best of three Magic. Uh, Understanding like how the meta works against this deck and how you're gonna like attempt to do things. But what I don't understand, like I said, is that, besides the lack overall of loot decks, and maybe they're all up here. Maybe the good players who are playing loot were already, you know, uh, mythic, right, when the card came out. So maybe I'm just about to run into like a bunch of loot decks. But essentially, like this is a two-card combo win, right? You're playing loot, you're playing nothing. That's it. You need 7 mana, and you need to untap the 7 mana and cast that magic. Like that's it. You're gonna like win. So the whole philosophy of this deck is really just managing what's going on. As I said, that we're gonna like lose to like an aggro deck because I have no good interaction. I I don't think there's a point in playing this untapped and casting a full state, so we're just gonna go tap because it's just 2 more life I need to worry about right now. Anyway, yeah. So and like I said, the deck had more vibrant outbursts in the original because aggro just gets on top of you. And I don't like to lose a bunch of games just randomly to aggro. But anyway, yeah. So all you're doing is getting 4 mana loot, 7 mana math magic. It's like that's how this works. Man, I have nothing right now. I'm gonna just die to this deck. We're gonna stock up and hope to get something interactive, not die, and try and stabilize. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, we're in bad shape out here. Can't really play the tap land. I think we just lose. And it's fine, that's another thing, like, with this deck, like, I'm definitely happy, like, to just, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not, like, tilted yet. Very good. Good game. But, at the same time, this deck is fabulous, and it does a lot of work. The splatter technique card does a lot of work. Um, Even often I'll be in, like, games where there's a board state established, but they're not going to kill me, so I can just draw 4 and set it for the next turn. Even if I have like a little bit extra mana. So it's not bad. Just like going through. That was we just had no interaction. So I was gonna show you the deck. So now I'll show you the deck. You watch somebody like quit against me to get me to Mythic. You watch somebody like run me over. And then I didn't even get to show you. Here you go. So this should have 4 vibrant outbursts and no negates, and 24 lands, not 23. But that's essentially the deck, like how the deck looks. How do you do this thing? You guys want to see it like this, right? I hate this view so much. So this is how we're playing it. Just basically 4 ofs. And yeah, like I recently made the concession coming up to this part in the ladder that I need negate in my deck. Like I halfway through the climb, I added the 3 steps ahead, and then just recently we added the negates, and they're super important. And you could say, oh, you could have 3 and 3, or you guys just don't get like my mindset, like the way that I play Magic. Like I struggle with incomplete sets, especially when it's like a card that I'm going to lean on a lot, like in order to do what I'm trying to do. So I'd rather just have like a clean deck. We have 2 traumatic critiques and 2 mathematics. Now a lot of people might say we only need 1. Well, yeah, but I don't want to like spend the whole game trying to stay alive to draw the 1, right? Like the fact that I have 2, I normally see it by the time I'm ready to cast it, which is great, and that makes the game much easier to play. And then of course traumatic critique. I've gone between like 1 and 3 copies. 3 is when I was more planning like maybe I have to kill them with traumatic critique if everything isn't really functioning properly. But that's when I was playing 4 vibrant outbursts, and so like there were times where I'm playing against decks that don't have a lot of creatures. I don't need to interact so much, so I'm able to just kind of like use burn damage, and that was cool. But the balance of it all, I mean, really, I should probably like I really need to cut 2 cards, put back in the 24th land, I think, and the 4th stock up because I just want to run through cards. But you know, it's weird. I guess with Force Splatter techniques, I don't know. Like I said, I like to look at cards on every single turn if I can, and it hasn't let me down. So I guess we'll stick with this for a moment. But as you can see, 23 lands. I just don't have all the rares to craft 2 more Rare Converge. Like I got a couple, but I'm planning on doing other stuff. And like I said, if we develop the sideboard, I might need the rares for some other things. Um, and yeah, so this is what we're looking at. Prismari Charm, amazing card. Mostly like a tempo play. Like if you're playing against really low to the ground aggro decks with things with 1 toughness and killing 2 things is great. But for the most part, like if we're not surveilling 2 and drawing a card like middle to late game when nothing's really going on, we're using it as a tempo play and like bouncing the thing they tapped out to play, right? So then they're just wasted a turn. Um, so yeah, and a braid. We have a braid over vibrant outbursts when we decided which one to keep in because mirror matches, a lot of synthesizers, simulacrum decks or whatever that blue artifact is. So we just want to be able to like interact as much as possible with as we're going higher up the rankings, like with what is actually meta. But yeah, this is the deck. I'm amazed. I don't see anybody playing like Izzet or Prismari Lute, and we'll try and get another couple games in and hopefully show you a real win before I end the video. So yeah, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment. If you hate what you see, like, subscribe, comment. But I would like to know like what your take is on Lute, especially if you're an Izzet player or like a Lute player or just excited about like this kind of playstyle. I think if this if Mathematics becomes like an oppressive card, they're gonna ban it because it's just so easy to win. Like I said, this card's like a one card combo, you know, with or 2 card combo essentially between Lute and Mathematics. Most of my opening hands, what I'm looking for is 3 lands, 1 of the 2 pieces, and some interaction. We have 3 lands, 2 of the pieces, and some interaction. We really were going to value Prismari Charm over Vibrant Outburst. But this is like an amazing starting hand. Plus a Scry land on 1. We don't have any 1 mana plays. We just want to tap, like have a look, try and hit that 4th land. Boom, 4th land. So now we're going to find our way up to Lute and Mathematics, right? We need enough stuff to interact with them. I see the white creature, the life gain creature. What land is that? Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what this deck is supposed to look like. It might be like a Silver Quill, like counters matter deck. And also, like, when I see, like, low-to-the-ground white decks, they also play cards like Sheltered by Ghosts, which gives protection. So, when they're tapped out, like in spots like this, like, I'm just going to try and take things out just to manage the threat so they don't get on top of us. Because we have what we need, we just need to stay alive till we have 7 mana that we can untap with that and the Lute. So what we really need is, like, to be able to play the Lute on 6 mana, have 2 mana left over, which can save counter spells to protect it, right? So now we just need to find enough interaction to manage whatever this guy's trying to do until we get to 6 mana Lute, untap, Mathematics, GG. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't even look. 177 cards. This fucking guy. Okay. So now we want to play untap again. in case he does something weird. Then we have 3 steps ahead. Then we got to play Temple of Epiphany, and then we got to start finding cards that draw cards, because this guy is trying to beat a loot deck, right? Like, I mean, also I noticed like some of these super big decks, they're just like full of board wipes, interaction, and ways to like mess up your plan, so that way they can just kind of deck you out. It's basically a mill deck, but like labor intensive mill deck, because you're just outlasting your opponent's tiny deck compared to yours. But at the end of the day, I only need 2 more mana than the actual 7. I need 9 mana, and the deck's dead. You know, it just doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So it's just a matter of like, also, if I don't see blue at any point, then I know he can't really do anything anyway. Keep the charm on top. Charm's good. Again, if he doesn't do anything, I can like cast 3 steps ahead and like draw and discard, but I don't really need to do that, right? I've got a Hinterland Sanctifier. I'm on like a, okay, it's about to be a 2-turn clock, or, you know, get the fish. It's about to be a 9-turn clock. His life doesn't matter, right? His life total doesn't matter. We're not going to kill him with damage. And if I draw into a splatter technique at any point soon, I'll just wipe whatever weird board he establishes. But nothing that he's doing is particularly threatening. So as long as we keep drawing a little bit of stuff to interact with here and there, we'll be able to stay alive until we cast the win con. So we've got 6 mana right now, so I think we only need 2 more lands as well. Alright, 64, 128, 256. 9 mana for mathematics. For 2 to the power of 7. So the reason we don't like slam down the loot and try and take advantage of having extra mana, especially against a white deck or like a green deck specifically, in some red decks, you know, you're looking at a Braid, you're looking at any effects that like destroy artifacts or exile artifacts. If we have a second loot, we can play it and like kind of bait out that interaction. But right now, it's not that big of a deal, right? And so we don't want to play the card, let them kill it, and then we're still fishing for that card as well, right? We're just going to keep this nice and safe until we have the mana we need to do what we want to do. In the meantime, as long as we can keep interacting. So right now, I'd really like to draw like a splatter technique, because I'm not facing enough pressure that I have to worry about the creatures on the board, and I can draw the 4 cards. But if he starts to put a couple more creatures out, I'm going to need to draw it just to wipe the board. And obviously being able to create fish on end step is a problem. So the Prismari turn will be able to deal with that at some point. But right now, so let's see, I can play the loot now, and then I can cast 3 steps ahead. I can cast Negate to protect it. I can cast Prismari Charm, ping 2 fish, and then Negate to protect it. But I'm not close enough to like this. So the only reason I would want to play the loot is to like have mana to make like things like stock up cheaper, which we don't have in hand right now. So we'll just hold up mana. We got counter spells, we got interaction, and yeah. What I might do, I'm gonna make a decision when he's attacking me, depending on like how I feel. But I'm either gonna take out 2 fish, or I'm gonna like dig Prismari Charm. Because now 4 damage, we're on a 3-turn clock. So I'm gonna have to figure it out, and I can't afford to be missing land drops. I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna see what he does at the end of the game. Okay. Splatter technique needed. Would be helpful. Okay, he's been exiling my cards, so that's gonna make my flow state shit. Kill spell. I need better than that. Come on. Yeah. I can find something. We're digging. That's not helpful. So we're closer to whatever we need. Oh, thank you. Okay. This one we just gotta wipe the board. Let's reset him. Unless he has like something to give everything indestructible, but I think he's gonna draw cards here, right? basically 2 mana away. From putting a win on the stack. So I could have drawn cards and figured I'm going to probably draw enough interaction to like chop his board down, and then also a couple lands in that. That might have been like a better play. So what I really want to see now, I guess, now is another card draw spell, like a stock up or a splatter. Because he won't main phase make fish. That guy. Just a random 400 card deck, and he's gonna start pulling Blood Arts out. This is not a thing. We don't like Elsmith. So I can protect the loot, plus I can copy the loot. Slash counter something he's going to play, plus copy the loot. So that's not bad. We're still 2 lands short of a win. But I don't think he'll be able to take out the loot this turn. That's going to be a problem. We got to find these 2 manas. Exercise. All right. So we're going to counter and copy and hope that that's good enough. 2, 4, 6 here. Just in case he's got another way to deal with it. That way, I mean, yeah. We've got instant speed way to deal with it. We get blown out. But if he doesn't, then we have a spare one, and we gotta just find the land before we die. It's like I said, it's just management. This deck is just management. You're just trying to manage the board state, manage what's going on, get to untap with enough mana to cast a mathematics. And we would have won by now if I didn't have 180 cards in this deck or whatever the stupid fucking deck is. So yeah, but the irony is, as long as I can keep interacting, it's not going to matter because it's only 2 more mana than it would have been anyway. Does he manage to find a win in that 2 turns? I don't think so. Not with another 3 steps ahead of my hand. Hopefully. I really need, I guess. See, Splatter Tech, it's going to be bad because I'm going to lose 2 more life. So I'm going to go to 6. I'm going to go to 4. I'm going to go to 2. Like, we need to find 2 mana, like, stat and kill the Blood Witch. In fact, I guess Prismari Charm will kill them at the same time. Right? It doesn't target. I chose this one on the stack. I'm just 2 mana short right now. Putting on pressure. He buys time. He buys time by me needing the 2 more mana. This is annoying, like the tanking in the middle of the attack. I don't know what's going on. Bye. Oh, does she count? She doesn't count as dying, right? She's not. Bro, you need to speed up. That's not bad. Gives us some options and gets rid of this so he doesn't get to really like squeeze us out. Double Mathematics. I got a plan. Okay, how much damage can he deal next turn? He can deal 1, 2, 3, 4 and put me to 2. Mathematics right now is 1, 2, 3, 4. X to the power 4. 16 cards. That's not enough. I need to draw the cards. Okay. X to the power of 2 is 4 cards. At least have I played a land this turn? I don't think I have, right? X to the power of 3 is 8 cards. Greed is good. We play a land this turn, we play a land next turn and win. Maybe. That's another good reason to have 2 copies of Mathematics in your deck. Okay. Draw a card. We should be okay now. I didn't catch a negate. I got another loot though. We got 1 spare mana. I don't have anything for 3 that I want. Oh, we got stock. Give me a negate. Prismari charm. Negate and raid. Same thing, kinda. I need the Stormcarved Coast and the Mathematics, and not to die. So we're dropping the Stormcarved Coast, Mathematics, not to die. Discard 4. Temple, Bluff, Loot, Splatter Technique. If we don't win on the next turn, it's our fault. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Don't die. You'd have to promise me I'll never die. I'll never die. Are we gonna beat the 180 card deck, 200 card deck, or whatever the fuck it is? Let's see. Crazy. Can't counter my spells. I think we did it. Tap the loot and celebration. Play a little song. Okay. Is it the GG? Is my math good enough? It doesn't tell you on the card. It doesn't count that high. X equals 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X equals 8. This ought to do it. See all those cards? Have them. Draw your deck, bitch. Is the math checking out? Did I pass the math test? Let me see all the cards, man. Oh, look at all these cards. Peace out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you copy that deck list and start running your way up the ladder. These people don't know. Yes, I had fun. Of course I had fun. That was hilarious. I will see you guys in the next one. Remember to do all the fun stuff. Much love, and I will check you later.